Hello and welcome to Joystick Sensitivity and Deadzone for Waveray 64. Your controller joystick, Deadzone, and sensitivity are of critical importance and one of the reasons why we recommend playing on an N64 console. I've got emulator hooked up here right now, and I've got some values in a RAM watch. So it's looking at the values, and these values correspond to my left and right inputs and up and down inputs respectively, these top three and bottom three. And if you can see, to go to one value I can do it fairly consistently, and this is really what you want. You want to be able to make slight adjustments and consistently go, but because it's so sensitive, switching from left to right 1 degree is probably the most important thing to look for a controller, is if you can go left with 1 and then right with 1. And I'm having difficulty doing that with this controller even though I'm used to it. But believe it or not, it's even more difficult with other controllers. The reason I'm using this stick is because the rubber on the stick makes it so it doesn't go all the way to the input gate for a little bit better turns. I can't get the maximum value. So to show it in comparison, I'm just going to unplug this controller, and I'm going to plug in a controller that has
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
To start with, I'm going to plug in a GameCube controller. I've got an adapter that works with both. And this is why we don't recommend GameCube controllers. See, just as the same problem with the Steel Stick, just going a little bit off center will not consistently produce only one add to the value. And what this means in a real race is that when you're switching from a slight left to a slight right input, it's something you do a lot in the game, and it's the most, really the most important thing in the game. And that switch, if you have more travel distance in between here, you actually have more time to set up like a slight turn, whereas with Virtual Console, if you you can very easily slowly jerk your character back and forth, left and right.
Select your watercraft, please. Welcome
I'll
to
just show you that right now.
Warm-up time. Follow that dog.
So what you can do is left and right slight inputs,
To start racing, select start the
and
race
as you
from
can
the
see,
pause
I'm
window.
getting 2s pretty constantly. If I plug in what I understand to be a good controller for wave race, got a lot of controllers, my bad. Just a second here. Got it. So this is a controller I think is good for wave race right here. The Deadzone, look, without inputting anything, I have a significant Deadzone both up and down and left and right. And what this means is, for the same tasks, or just barely going off into ones, you can make your muscle memory so that you can see I'm consistently getting ones, or pretty consistently. I have to push very hard into the input gate to get anything above a 1. So you get that little 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Welcome to
And that kind of consistency is really what you need, especially for turning left and right on a level like Drake Lake, where you're doing fine turns. Joystick sensitivity can make a huge difference, and overall, especially if you're playing on a GameCube stick, sensitivity will make a huge difference. I also have a GameCube style N64 stick to show as comparison. So, trying to get one on a GameCube style stick, which is this one, really the problem is there's a lower amount between like the max value range. Like, that's really fast. And then just barely off center. It's so hard to get consistent ones. And that's the reason why we recommend using N64 joysticks for Wave Race. You can use adapters and stuff to get it to where it is on, to use N64 on Virtual Console. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely make sure you have a good joystick for Wave Race and you're not using a GameCube controller or GameCube style stick if you can help it. So thank you all for watching and take care.